These Korean actors and actresses have had very public cheating scandals. Sometimes they were the ones cheating, while other times they were the ones betrayed, but both times these affairs made headlines. Actor Kang Kyung-jun's cheating scandal is a pretty recent one. Kyung-jun's debut role was in the 5th season of the sitcom Non-Stop in 2004, and he's mostly known for his roles in dramas such as The Women's Room, Flower of Revenge, and of course the variety show Return of Superman. What he was also known for was his marriage to his Flower of Revenge co-star Jang Shin-young, and for being a very devoted, loving husband to her, or so the public thought. The couple was seemingly very happy, as they had 2 kids who would regularly appear on Return of Superman. So imagine everyone's shock when it was reported at the beginning of 2024 that Kyung-jun was being sued for having an affair with a married woman. Reports indicated that the accuser, whose wife had an affair with Kyung-jun, filed a lawsuit in December 2023 seeking 50 million won in damages, explaining, Kang Kyung-jun's involvement as an adulterous party led to the virtual destruction of our family. Once people dug around some more, they also found out that the couple stopped posting on social media around the same time that Kyung-jun was hit with a lawsuit. His side didn't respond to the accusations right away, but the Return of Superman had to come out with a statement that they were investigating the matter so they could understand the situation. When Kyung-jun's side finally spoke out, they claimed to be confused and called the whole thing a misunderstanding. A few days later, Sports Chosen exposed the text messages between Kyung-jun and the woman, in which he tells her that he misses her, wants to hug her, and loves her. In one message, he expressed wanting to be with her without using alcohol as an excuse. When asked what he was doing, Kyung-jun responded that he was thinking of her. It was said that the two met while they were working together in a real estate agency, which then led to the affair. Shin-young, now dealing with her second case of divorce, was understandably having a challenging time, and that she was planning to file for divorce. The court then decided to transfer the damages lawsuit against Kyung-jun, and once the court referred the case to mediation, the accuser indicated he wouldn't attend and requested the case transfer, hinting at a possible divorce filing. The court then postponed the mediation, suggesting a shift in the legal strategy. Little did they know, though, that Kyung-jun, along with his mistress, would disappear completely. It's been reported that both Kyung-jun and his affair partner have missed work without notifying their agency. When the company asked for an explanation, they just claimed it was a misunderstanding, but the agency has found it impossible to reach them since then. As a result, the woman, who was a regular employee, was dismissed, and Kyung-jun, who only held a temporary role, was informed of his retirement. Neither has responded to whatever has been going on, but if we're honest, what could they even say? Actress Jang Yoon-chae was involved in not one but 2 scandals connected to extramarital affairs. It was in March of this year that her agency confirmed that she was dating designer and TV personality Kim Chung-jae. Once her new relationship was confirmed, people started recalling Yoon-chae's previous romantic relationships, especially the one she had with rock band member Jang Junil. Yoon-chae had dated Junil back in 2010 and 2011 when she was just getting started on her career. The two had met on the set of the 2011 film Play and started having feelings for each other. Back then, Yoon-chae used to be seen at Junil's concerts a lot, making fans believe that she was his girlfriend. However, at that time, Junil was already married to a woman he had been seeing for 4 years at that point, though this wasn't known until a year after their breakup with Eun-chae. Someone who claimed to be his wife posted on his fan cafe later on announcing their divorce and blaming his affair for the split. She revealed that Junil had cheated with another woman from late 2009 to mid-2010, but they married after he promised it wouldn't happen again. The post was then deleted without ever being addressed. As for the affair itself, there are conflicting testimonies. Eun-chae's side claimed that she was the victim in all of this, as she had no idea that Junil was even married in the first place. Junil's representatives, on the other hand, said that he never hid his marriage from Eun-chae, but as both sides said, this was something that happened more than 10 years ago, so there was no point going back to it and pointing fingers. Netizens didn't take lightly to the affair, though, even though it happened a long time ago. Comments from them included, whether it was 10 years ago or recently, it doesn't change the fact that an affair is an affair, and she has a problem if every man she dates is a married man. She was also accused of having an affair with Japanese actor Ryo Case back in 2013. The two were seen together frequently in Japan, especially after working together on the film Hill of Freedom. The report said they traveled together in late July, stayed at a Tokyo hotel, and were also seen seen at a supermarket together. This raised concern since, at the time, Ryo Case was known to be living with his partner in a long-term relationship. Her agency went on to deny these allegations, saying that Eunchae had been to Japan for vacation and Ryo Case had been serving as her guide. To this day, though, those rumors are seen as official by netizens, who have attributed this to her alleged pattern of dating men who were either married or in relationships. Speaking of actors who were involved in 2 cheating scandals, let's talk about Squid Game actor Lee Byung-hun. His first scandal surfaced way back in 2009 as he was accused of cheating by his alleged ex-girlfriend Kwon Mi-yeon. Back then, Mi-yeon was a student at York University, majoring in rhythmic gymnastics and competing as a national athlete for Canada. She claimed that she met Byung-hun in September 2008 when he was in Toronto promoting his film The Good, the Bad, the Weird. She explained the two had been introduced through a mutual acquaintance and they grew closer to the point that they would talk every day after Byung-hun left for New York. Their relationship became more serious as she met his family and friends, and Mi-yeon was allegedly urged to leave her life behind and move to Korea to live with Byung-hun. After much consideration, she moved to Seoul in July 2009 and lived with him for a short while. She claimed that after a few months, Byung-hun completely changed his personality completely. Mi-yeon says that Byung-hun kicked her out, giving her $10,000 as a consolation and found her a small apartment costing around $700. Afterward, he cut off all contact with her. Considering his alleged behavior, Mi-yeon concluded that Byung-hun used his fame to exploit her for entertainment and then discarded her, which led her to file a complaint against him. However, these accusations were completely forgotten as Byung-hun's side completely refuted them. His second scandal was a lot more serious. A year after marrying actress Lee Min-jung, Byung-hun was involved with model Lee Ji-yeon and former GLAAD member Da-hee. To make matters worse, his wife was pregnant at the time. In August 2014, Byung-hun was caught on video making inappropriate comments to Ji-yeon, which the two then used to blackmail him for 5 million won. The investigation uncovered that the two women had planned to escape to Europe with the money they would get from Byung-hun, but instead he reported them to the police, making the issue public. They were sentenced to prison, but the scandal hurt Byung-hun's reputation badly, to the point he publicly apologized in a handwritten letter, admitting his mistakes and promising to make things right with his wife. Despite the affair, though, he and his wife stayed together and his acting career persevered. When people bring up the word cheating scandal, many immediately think of actress Kim Min-hee. If the name sounds familiar to you, it's because she has starred in movies such as Hellcats, Helpless, and of course The Handmaiden. She was one of the most beloved, sought-out actresses at the time, but the public's admiration for her didn't last long once she became involved in a highly publicized affair, which started during the filming of Right Now, Wrong Then. The movie, directed and written by Hong Sang-soo, tells the story of a movie director that falls in love with a young painter, played by Min-hee. The plot is pretty ironic, considering that that's basically what happened between Min-hee and director Hong. Rumors suggested that Min-hee was the one who first pursued director Hong, and her ongoing efforts eventually won his heart. According to Sang-soo's own wife, though, when she first watched Right Now, Wrong Then, she became aware that her husband had feelings for the actress, who's a whooping 22 years younger than him. Even though she suspected Sang-soo was cheating, she chose to ignore her doubts. In September 2015, Sang-soo reportedly told his family about the affair, nearly a year before it became public, and then left them for Min-hee. It's alleged that he told his wife, "I want to live with someone else. You date other men too." And as expected, both his wife and his daughter tried to make him stay. Sang-soo was resolute in telling them he loved someone else and wanted to start a new family with her, which left them both devastated. He also ended up moving out of the house, much to the family's shock. Min-hee's family, as well as her agency, also knew that the two were in a relationship, and to their credit, they tried to convince her that it was the wrong decision and that she should end it. As you know, she didn't listen. What baffled people the most, though, was the way Min-hee behaved when Miss Hong, director Hong's wife, confronted her about the affair. Instead of feeling ashamed, Min-hee started to berate her lover's wife about not managing her husband better, saying that it was the reason she lost him in the first place. Min-hee's mother had also approached the confrontation, but her daughter reportedly dismissed Mrs. Hong as crazy. Despite this, her mother seemed aware of the affair and assured Mrs. Hong that she would talk to the couple and bring director Hong back to his family. The first reports about the affair came out in June of 2016, shocking the public to the core. Their comments read, "What's wrong with her? Why would you break another family like that? And Kim Min-hee's career is obviously over now." They would be right. Her agency ended up cutting ties with her, and she was also fined by a cosmetics company for causing damages with her scandal. The affair wasn't even confirmed at the time, and she was already being affected. In 2017, while promoting On the Beach at Night Alone, a film about a troubled actress in a relationship with a married man, director Hong spoke at the press conference, saying that the two were in love and that their love was genuine and sincere. It's safe to say that by this declaration, the two ruined any chance of ever working in the industry, due to the fact that she was shunned by many brands and movie producers. Ever since 2017, Min-hee has only starred in films directed by her partner. As for Miss Hong, she's still refusing to divorce her husband to this day. In 2019, the director sought a divorce to make his relationship with Min-hee official. However, the court denied his request, citing that he was the cause of the marriage's breakdown and therefore couldn't be the one to end it. The court also noted that director Hong hadn't made any efforts to mend his relationship with his wife and daughter after the affair. His wife has also gone on record to say, "I will never divorce him. I'm going to wait for him until I die. I'm being hopeful. My husband will return to me." While many have praised her for making the couple's life more difficult, others are wondering why the affair was such a big deal in the first place. So much so that it managed to ruin Min-hee's career. They brought up how the director had allegedly tried to divorce her way before the affair started, but didn't go through with it because his daughter was very young at the time. A commenter argued, "His wife is weird for refusing to let go of a man who's cheated with multiple women and is obviously never coming back to her." They also agree that Min-hee's career shouldn't be ruined because of this scandal. Sure, it's a scummy thing to do, but as we mentioned in this video, there are plenty of male actors who have cheated on their wives and are still going on with their careers scot-free. However, the two are relatively unbothered and still continue to work with each other as they are seen together pretty often.